This is our water feature. We thought we'd install it for the benefit of everyone. It's a lovely little fountain, and we thought everybody in the boatyard would enjoy the pleasure of the water feature as they walked past. Say cheese. It's a beautiful spring day here in the UK, and I think I'm going to have another go at washing this canopy. First and foremost, I'm annoyed by the green bits that are still in it, but secondly, I think if I polished the boat and the green started washing down over the lovely polished finish, I'd be very disappointed. So first job today is to get the pressure washer out and have another go at getting this clean. There's still a few patches of green on the canopy, but wow, it looks so much better than it did this morning. Yeah, so I'm pleased that I've done that again. A few bits of green down the back there. Gonna find a little stick with the cloth on just to clean that out, because I can't quite reach it. But yeah, much better than what it was. That looks great. So I'm just going to start machine polishing from the bow backwards. I'm using a home polisher, as you can see. And I've just started polishing the very front of the bow. So here's the fiberglass normally, moving into where I've just polished. Look at that. I'm using a flexible sanding block to start with, just to take the line of the scratch away, and we'll reduce this down quite considerably just by using this, and then we'll start reducing further with finer and finer grades of wet and dry, and start refinishing. So it's a bit of a strange story how we did this. We were on the Broads last year and the boat didn't have a single scratch on her. When we bought her, there wasn't a single scratch on the Gelcoat anywhere. And we were going along Newcut, and our tender was just tied to the snap davit on the back, and it came off. It just came loose. So we stopped the boat, sitting in what we thought was a very calm river. There was no current running at all, and we started to tie the dinghy back on. But there's a concrete wall probably just a little bit out of the water, something like that, and just as we came to tie the back on, the front of the boat touched the concrete, and I heard it, and I knew straight away what happened. And that feeling you have in the pit of your stomach when that happens, it is horrible. And I did try to polish it a little bit, but didn't really do a proper job on it until it came out of the water now, so we knew we were going to be able to get that done. But hey ho, we signed the boat. Okay, so I think we are just about there with the sanding. Goodbye, insect. Yeah, that's not too bad at all. So I think what we'll do, there's where the scratch was along here. See, that's virtually gone now. I think we'll get the polisher on this now and start rubbing this down with progressively coarse down to fine grinding paste. Start bringing the shine back onto the gel coat. Already looks 100 times better. Once again, I know where the scratch is, but unless it was pointed out to you, you probably wouldn't see it. Look at that for a shine, look at that, that's beautiful. Hopefully the whole boat will be looking like that tomorrow by the time we've got the whole of the top and the hull polished. Fantastic. And there's the little repair that we did earlier on. Doesn't that look fabulous? So that's the polishing finished. It's time to get on and get the anti-fouling done. First thing I've done though before I anti-foul is to wipe around everywhere to make sure there's no dust on the anti-foul surface. I've rubbed down all the bits that needed rubbing down so it's nice and smooth. Here's my favourite job. You know what it is, don't you? Masking up. I hate masking up. Here's an interesting thing. Something to kneel on when you're masking up and doing your anti-fouling. I found this knocking around. This is actually the infield cushion from my old boat, Two's Company. Not quite sure where the other half is, but apparently these have been floating around the car park of the marina for some time, so that's a good and lucky find. I am going to mask 1 inch around the outdrives. I know some people do it, some people don't. However, there is little evidence that you get conductivity through the anti-foul, but it's been done before. It looks quite good, so I'm just going to mask around and keep that gap there. This is the product I'm going to be using, Cruiser 250 by International. I found it to be just about the best that we can find for the general type of motor cruiser stuff that we've done in the past. If you've got a slightly faster cruiser, they do make a harder version called the 300. And then I'm going to use this on the props and the lower outdrives once we've got the outdrive work done. That's Trilux. It's very expensive, but it works great. Some of the kit that I'm going to be using: roller with a couple of rollers, goggles, essential, my white suit, and an extension roller. Believe me, they come in mega handy. There, as you can see, it doesn't look very much like anti-foul at the moment. That's because it's really thick in the bottom. That's going to take some stirring. So make sure you're not doing this on a surface that you want to keep, because this stuff is going to get everywhere. Oh, that's dodgy on the bottom. Look at that. That's the thick off the bottom. So it's going to take some stirring. A good 5-10 minute stir, I reckon. Whoops.
Know me. Take the time to dig deep underneath this red heat. We could really meet. Layers. It's time to lose these naysayers. We're better off, the air will be richer, and everything's so much easier. We don't need to work so hard, we don't need to act strong. It's been too long. Love is lovely when it starts. Come with an open heart and give romance a chance, and get to know me just for me. Don't bail out and leave. Scary
So that's 2 days of work done, 1 day polishing, well 1.5 days polishing, and anti-fouling. Nearly run out of anti-foul. We had to really stretch it out towards the end, but it's done. The polishing's done. I am absolutely shattered, but it leaves us 1 more day and 1 more episode where we're going to have a look at the outdrives. We're going to get the anodes changed and change the oil and the bellows if we have to.